In the vast, silent deep, two titans glide in parallel, a rare and solemn meeting of the ocean's masters. Their movements are synchronized, a slow and ancient ritual that bonds the solitary giants for a brief moment in time. Back in the nursery bay, the once thriving sanctuary has grown quiet. The vibrant pulse of life is beginning to fade. A few juveniles still cruise the shallows. They are small and fragile, each one a student in the harsh school of survival. Danger shatters the peace. An intruder enters the nursery, sending the vulnerable pups into a frantic scramble for the shadows. One juvenile is singled out. It flees into the safety of the murk, narrowly escaping the jaws of a faster predator. An adult returns to the edge of the bay, but the intrusion has already occurred. The guardian is too late. The mathematics of life are becoming grim. A lone juvenile in an empty sea is an increasingly rare and fragile sight. Its weapons are still forming. These teeth are small and soft compared to the serrated sabers that will one day rule. A chilling pulse from the deep reaches the shallows. The cold slows the young sharks, sapping their strength and their will. Food is becoming scarce. The silver schools of fish have moved on, leaving the nursery meadows empty and the pups hungry. Driven by hunger, the juvenile searches further afield, burning the very energy it so desperately needs to grow and survive. Silence has claimed the cradle. Where once dozens of pups thrived, there is now only the empty, sun-drenched sand. The adults are driven to the deep. They must abandon the nurseries to hunt the great whales that now swim far offshore. As the sun sets on the nursery, the beauty of the bay is haunting. It is a world that is wrongfully silent. Millions of years pass. The once warm Pliocene oceans begin to cool, shifting the very foundations of the giant's world. As the waters chill, the shark's patrol routes stretch. It must travel further than ever before just to find a meal. The great whale highways are falling silent. The massive herds that once fueled the giant are disappearing from these routes. Its massive jaws open to a void. The ocean's greatest maw is increasingly met with nothing but cold, empty water. New rivals are appearing in force, more intelligent, more coordinated, and better suited for the changing, colder world. The giant arrives to find only the remnants. The orcas have already fed, their teamwork leaving nothing for a solitary hunter. The king is reduced to a scavenger. It takes the leftovers in silence, a giant forced to live on the crumbs of others. Every meal now comes with a price. Its face is a map of constant conflict, as competition for food turns violent. The fires of youth are fading. Its movements are no longer explosive, but slow and heavily weighted by time. It reaches a barrier it cannot cross. The cold water is a wall, a physical limit to the giant's tropical metabolism. The whales dive deeper, seeking the refuge of the cold. They are moving into a realm where the megalodon cannot thrive. Desperation drives it into the dark. It struggles in the frigid layers, its massive body slowed by the numbing cold. It turns back. The limits of biology have been met. The king can no longer follow where the world is going. The shelf is empty. A coastline that once teemed with life is now a silent corridor of sand and shadows. No carcasses float in the current. Only the drifting kelp remains, haunting the waters where giants once feasted. The orcas move with a new confidence. They are the new masters of these lanes, claiming the territory the giant has left behind. From the distance, the giant watches. The crown has been taken, not by force, but by the relentless march of change. Storms intensify. The water turns to chaos. making the already difficult hunt nearly impossible for the aging predator. One last chase fails. The prey vanishes into the cold, leaving the giant alone and exhausted in the empty blue. Its gills pump frantically, gasping for the oxygen it no longer has the energy to claim. The end is near. A long, lonely glide begins. There are no more rivals to fight and no more prey to follow. Only the distance remains. Memories of a crowded, vibrant sea fade into the reality of a quiet, empty blue. The world has moved on. A final tooth falls, sinking into the sand. It is the last monument to a dynasty that once ruled the world. It returns to the shore where it was born, only to find the landscape altered beyond all recognition. The sanctuary is gone. The shallow cradles have been reclaimed by the sea or dried by the receding tides. It circles once, a final, slow remembrance of a time when these waters were full of life and promise. It turns toward the deep blue one last time, searching for a horizon that no longer holds its place. It becomes a shadow, a tiny speck of history, lost in the infinite expanse of the world's greatest ocean. There is no drama, only a quiet, final fading. The giant is reclaimed by the darkness it once ruled. Only the silence remains. The king has vanished, leaving the world to a new, beautiful, and hauntingly empty blue. On a modern shore, the sand gives up a treasure, a massive tooth, its serrated edge still sharp after millions of years. With delicate precision, the earth is brushed away, revealing the fossilized remains of a predator that once defied the limits of nature. Drawers full of these triangular sabers offer silent proof of a reality that seems more like myth, a world where giants truly ruled. Every scar on these ancient bones tells a story of a high-stakes hunt, a forensic record of a power that was absolute. When we align the jaw to the scars, the magnitude of the hunter becomes clear, a blueprint of the ultimate aquatic predator. Today, the ocean has found a new balance. The whales and sharks that remain are the heirs to a much larger history. Yet there is a gap at the top. The food web remains, but the ocean feels emptier without its greatest guardian of the deep. Time is preserved in the stone. Below the waves, the ancient seafloor holds the secrets of an era that defined the sea. The modern ocean is a place of breathtaking beauty, yet it is fragile, a delicate remnant of a once mightier world. As the light fades, the ocean offers a quiet warning. No empire is eternal. Even the giants must eventually return to the earth.